peace talks loomed on the horizon in Istanbul, the skies over Russia erupted in fire and fury. In what Ukrainian officials hailed as one of their boldest missions yet, a swarm of FPV drones, nimble, deadly, and guided with surgical precision, sliced through the night to unleash chaos deep inside enemy territory. Their target? Russia's prized fleet of long-range bombers, parked far from the battlefield in regions once thought untouchable. According to Ukraine's security service, over 40 aircraft were reduced to twisted metal, a stunning blow delivered just as negotiators prepared to speak of peace. Originally born in the racing circuits of tech enthusiasts, FPV drones have undergone a harrowing evolution. They now buzz over front lines as weapons of war, small, cheap, and terrifyingly effective. With cameras strapped to their noses and live feeds pouring into the eyes of their operators, these machines fly like guided arrows. Operators see what the drone sees, maneuver it with the hands of a gamer and the intent of a soldier. And when rigged with explosives, they don't just observe, they detonate. Ukraine's use of FPV drones hit a crescendo with Operation Spiderweb, a covert campaign that turned trucks into Trojan horses. Hidden inside ordinary cargo containers, waves of drones waited like sleeping predators until they were unleashed across 5 Russian air bases. The result? Devastation. Strategic bombers like Tu-95s and Tu-22MS, once symbols of Russian aerial dominance, lay ruined. Footage surfaced online, frantic attempts to block the drones, men scrambling, explosions lighting up the tarmac, and still, the drones hit their mark. Behind these airborne blitzes lies an industrial force fueled not just by government budgets but by civilian passion. Ukrainian companies like TAF Drones, alongside guerrilla tech groups like Wild Hornets, are churning out drones by the thousands. With more than $2.6 billion allocated and 4.5 million FPV drones on order for 2025, Ukraine's skies are turning into a battlefield built by engineers, volunteers, and dreamers. The Queen Hornet drone, larger, louder, and loaded for destruction, is proof that innovation doesn't sleep in wartime. Russia's drone production has expanded so much that within months, it might be able to launch up to 2,000 of the devices in a single night, according to a report. Moscow fired another barrage of drones and missiles on Ukrainian cities overnight Sunday. Ukraine's Air Force said Moscow launched 450 drones and missiles targeting Kiev and the cities of Ivano-Frankivsk and Kharkiv. But Ukrainian and German officials have raised the alarm that Russia's production of Shahid-type drones had grown to such an extent that strike packages 4 times bigger could be possible by November. Moscow continues to step up its drone bombardment of Ukrainian cities as Russian President Vladimir Putin ignores calls for a ceasefire. Moscow's forces initially relied on Iranian-made Shahid or kamikaze drones to wreak havoc in strikes on Ukrainian infrastructure but is now using the technology to produce its own devices in its own factories across Russia. Reports by German and Ukrainian officials about this increasing capacity will raise alarm about Moscow's intentions come winter when it could use the colder months to target the Ukrainian population. Russia has been stepping up its Shahid-type strike drones and decoy drones in overnight strikes with the largest attacks so far including 728 drones taking place on July 8th. But Moscow is boosting drone production capacity with the aim of launching 2,000 drones in one overnight strike package by November, that is according to the head of the German Ministry of Defense's Planning and Command Staff, Major General Christian Freuding, reported by Ukrainian outlet Suspiln citing comments he made to the German military podcast. In reporting the comments, the Institute for the Study of War said current growth in Russia's drone production and usage makes this number achievable in that time frame, although such a strike package would not be sustainable every night.